Well, I'm joined by Jess Deighton, a professor in child mental health and well-being at the Anna Freud National Centre for Children and Families, which is behind the study. So I think, first of all, mindfulness, what is it and what does it involve?
So mindfulness is just one of the interventions we're trialling as part of the programme, and it's around sort of really taking time to be present in the moment and sort of appreciate where you are, what your sensations are, what your feelings are. So it's really about sort of slowing down and sort of relaxing your body and recognising what's happening, really.
What kind of age will children be learning sort of breathing techniques and relaxation?
So there's a number of different age ranges in the trial. So we have the mindfulness, and there's also relaxation intervention, and another one which is around strategies for safety and well-being. The children who are involved in that aspect are between the ages of, I think, 9, and at the upper end would be 13. So we've got sort of year 4 and 5 and year 7 and 8, so primary and secondary school students.
Right, now you've obviously done your research. What makes you think that this kind of education or these kinds of therapies will help long-term with children's mental health, which is a big issue at the moment, and, I mean, almost in some areas an epidemic?
Yeah, well, there's good evidence to suggest that some of these practices really show promise. I think I'd be overstating the point to say that there was good and robust evidence, which is really why this research is important. But there's certainly early indications that mindfulness practices can be helpful in reducing, for example, symptoms of depression and anxiety. But most of that evidence is really in adults and tends to be more intensive programmes. And we're interested to see if we can find more feasible approaches that schools can roll out in a manageable and sustainable way that might actually impact on children positively.
Why is it getting worse, children's mental health? It just seems to be becoming increasingly prevalent that younger and younger children in schools seem to be reporting greater anxiety, even depression, you know, mental health issues. Why is it on the increase, do you think?
It certainly is evidence that it is on the increase, because we've had a prevalence study that reported towards the end of last year suggesting that we've gone up from something like 1 in 10 to around 1 in 8. So not huge escalations, but some increase. I think it's a multifaceted picture. So, in fact, another piece of research we've been doing with the National Lottery Community Fund, we've asked young people exactly that. What kinds of problems do they struggle with? And they describe to us a whole range of things. So they worry about their interactions with peers, whether they have any friends, academic pressures. They talk about worries at home and the stresses on their family. They talk about sort of worries in their community. So it's quite a differentiated picture for them, I think.